welcome to the UK Awards ceremony. We'd like to request everyone to please rise and welcome the academic procession. A very good afternoon to you and a warm welcome to the UK Awards ceremony of Esoft Metro Campus. Every Sri Lankan event commences with the traditional lighting of the lamp. So in keeping with the traditions, we'd like to proceed to the lighting of the oil lamp. I'd like to invite our dignitaries to do the honors. Our chief guest, Mr. Arshad Amir, founder and CEO, Flash Health. Mr. John Andrew Sinclair Kerr, Chairman of UK Awards. Dr. Dan Rajapaksha, Chairman, Group Managing Director, Esoft Group of Companies. Professor Viranja Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor, Esoft Uni. Mr. Dhiren Rajapaksha, Director, Head of Digital Innovation and Distance Learning. Mr. Amila Bandara, Chief Operating Officer, Esoft Uni.
Deshabandhu Ajitawana Singh, Executive Director, Esoft International. Dr. Dilina Herat, Pro Vice Chancellor, ESU Colombo. Professor Anoma Aberatna, Dean, Faculty of Business and Law, Esoft Uni. Ms. Kosambika Devendra, Registrar, Esoft Uni. One parent representative and one student representative.
We'd like to thank all the dignitaries for doing the honors and invite our dignitaries to the head table. At this juncture, we would also like to extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Arshad Amir, and to other special invitees, including industry partners, collaborators, and dignitaries present, to the Chairman, Group Managing Director, Esoft Group of Companies, the Chief Operating Officer, the Vice Chancellor, Dean, Heads of Departments, academic staff and non-academic staff, and our Diploma awardees, parents, and families.
Well, this is the moment that you have been waiting for. This is the moment your hard work, commitment, and passion pay off. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for yourself to commence this event.
It definitely is a milestone in your academic journey. At this juncture, it's also important to speak a little bit about Esoft, which is Sri Lanka's largest private sector higher education network with 40 branches across the island, serving over 40,000 learners each year. Established in 2000 by Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, Esoft has grown from being a leader in professional ICT education to a diversified education provider with a vision of shaping lives, creating futures. Celebrating 26 years of excellence in higher education, Esoft has now evolved into two specialized arms, which is Esoft Uni, the higher education arm offering undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications and pathways to industry standard international qualifications.
Esoft Metro Campus, the vocational education arm focused on industry-based, demanded vocational programs that empower students to step confidently into their careers. With a strong commitment to skill development, Esoft continues to expand its vocational offerings in English and foreign languages. Micro-skilling programs will also be strengthened to prepare students for success in both local and international job markets. Through this dual approach, Esoft remains dedicated to enriching lives, developing talent, and shaping future-ready graduates for Sri Lanka and beyond.
Of Sri Lanka's education journey, opening doors, shaping futures, and building a nation of talent. Today, as we celebrate a proud legacy, we look ahead with a bold new vision. Our new identity, ESU, Esoft Uni, takes higher education to world-class status. With campuses in Colombo, Kandy, and Jaffna, we are nurturing globally competitive professionals driven by innovation, inspired by research, and ready to lead the world. With a 40-branch network spread across Sri Lanka, Esoft continues to empower youth with skills and qualifications that matter. From vocational training to IT, from business to emerging technologies, Esoft is shaping the workforce that drives national progress. Our global footprint is growing. From Bangkok to Singapore, Esoft International leads collaborative models in higher education. Through transnational education, we are sharing Sri Lanka's academic excellence with the world. Through Skill Global, based in the UK, we take our homegrown content to the world, delivering micro skills and role-based learning via distance education. Esoft is breaking barriers and reaching learners beyond borders. From a proud Sri Lankan foundation to a global stage, from classrooms to boardrooms, from skills to innovation, this is not just education, it is transformation. Esoft is building the future for Sri Lanka and for the world.
So ladies and gentlemen, now it's the time to hear from an esteemed guest who is a digital health entrepreneur committed to transforming access to healthcare across South Asia. He began his academic journey at Amal International School, where his interest in business and technology first took shape. He went on to complete a first-class degree in Business Information System and Management, building a strong foundation at the intersection of technology, operations, and strategy. Before founding Flash Health in Sri Lanka, he was part of the leadership team behind one of Bangladesh's largest digital health platform. In a country facing significant doctor-to-population gap, the platform established a nationwide call center network powered by licensed doctors, connecting millions to qualified medical advice at scale. By combining digital infrastructure with an affordable micro-insurance product, the platform expanded structured healthcare access to underserved communities. During his tenure, the company scaled to over 6 million users. Following his exit, it continued its growth and today serves over 20 million users, becoming one of the region's most impactful digital health ecosystem.
And upon returning to Sri Lanka, he pursued his MBA, using the opportunity not just as an academic milestone, but as a research platform. Through structured study, market analysis, and strategic planning, he laid the foundation of what would become Flash Health, identifying systemic gaps in accessibility, affordability, and operational reliability within Sri Lanka's primary healthcare landscape. Inspired by personal challenges in ensuring timely care for his own parents, he went on to found Flash Health, building it as an integrated digital healthcare ecosystem combining telemedicine, home lab services, medicine access, corporate cashless OPD solutions, and preventive wellness initiatives. He believes true leadership lies in building systems that solve real problems at scale. His mission is not simply to digitize healthcare, but to remove barriers, reduce financial stress, and make quality care accessible to every family. Because in the future of healthcare, impact will not be measured by how many facilities we build, but by how many barriers we move. Please join me in inviting to the podium our chief guest, Mr. Arshad Amir.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, congratulations. You made it. Which means today you get your diploma, and I kind of remember myself, tomorrow your parents start asking one of the most terrifying questions. So what's next, Puta? And suddenly, all the confidence tends to break, because most of us don't have answers to that question. And the truth is, even we adults don't have the answer to that question till date. The only difference is that we put on a bit of a brave face while we tend to take on the unknown challenges. So today, instead of me giving you a boring speech about success, I just want to share 3 short stories that completely changed the way that I see the world. Stories that taught me 3 things. Story number 1. Many years ago, I had the opportunity to work in Bangladesh helping to build a digital healthcare platform. Now imagine this. A young guy from Sri Lanka lands in a country with 170 million people. They have a healthcare system that's under pressure, and we are trying to solve one of the biggest problems there, which is the doctor to patient population ratio. And there was one thing that I remembered thinking to myself, why am I here? Who trusted me with this problem? I barely know what I'm doing. But then, slowly but surely, something started to dawn upon me. When I started meeting other founders and investors and people building larger corporations, what I realized was something trivial but interesting and surprising. Most of them also didn't know exactly what they were doing. They were just putting on a brave face just to start before they felt ready. And that's when I learned the first lesson. Opportunities do not wait for you to feel ready. It rewards the people who move forward despite the uncertainty. This now leads me to my next story. Years later, when I returned to Sri Lanka, I started building Flash Health. The idea was very simple. Healthcare should be easy to access as ordering food. I mean, if you could get pizza in 30 minutes, why not make access to healthcare much sooner? And honestly, if you can order lunch through your app, through your phone, why not you make access to healthcare in a much, much simpler way? And that's when we started talking to other people about the idea that we were going to implement. And as usual, the feedback that we got, that won't work. People will go to the pharmacy down the lane. Healthcare can't be digitized, too many red tapes in Sri Lanka. And honestly, I understand why they thought that, because most of the people are trained to look for answers. But a wise man once told me, answers are cheap. We live in a world where anything can be answered through your phone. You can chat GPT anything, you can Google anything. The real power today is not having answers. The real power today is asking the right questions. Because the people who change the world don't just answer questions, they ask the questions that nobody else thought of asking. Questions like, why do we do things the way that it's being done? What if there is a better way to do it? And what if this system didn't exist at all? These are the questions most of the time that lead to innovation. And when these questions are asked right, there was this one moment, one day, something happened which kind of reminded me why this matters. I received a message from a customer that I had no idea who he was, and he wrote something very, very simple. The message said, "Thank you. My father couldn't leave the house, but this helped me get the medications he wanted." Now, to most people, that may seem like a small thing, but for me, it was one of the most powerful moments because it reminded me that innovation is not just about technology. It's about people. It's about solving real problems in real lives. And when you tend to ask the right questions, it's not that just you are helping a family. You may sometimes end up moving a nation a step forward. And this brings me to my third story. Now, here's the part that people don't tell you about success. Big ideas are exciting. Startups are exciting. Innovation is exciting. But most of success is actually boring. Success is waking up early when you don't feel like it. Success is fixing problems when nobody is listening. Success is showing up in every single day when there is no applause for you. Now, talent might open the door, but in the long run, discipline is what builds greatness. And most of the time, always, discipline bleeds talent every single scenario. So when I reflect upon these three stories, the lessons become clear to me. First, start before you feel ready. Have the courage to take that next leap of faith. Second, ask better questions than everyone else. Curiosity is what will take you places that you never imagined. And third, the most important one, build discipline to keep going when things get hard. Because passion may get you started, but it's discipline that will carry you to the finish line. And finally, the world you are entering today is changing faster than any generation before you. That's the sad reality. Technology is evolving, industries are shifting, careers are transforming, which means your greatest advantage will not be knowing how much you know. It will be about the courage to take a step forward, the curiosity to keep learning, and the discipline to keep moving forward even when things get hard. So as you step on to the world with your next journey, remember this. Be courageous, be curious, and build discipline that will take you to the finish line. And remember, the future does not belong to the people who wait for instructions. It belongs to the people who will build what doesn't exist yet. And to me, I'm told there are 509 of them here sitting today amongst you. Congratulations to all of you, and welcome to the beginning of your next journey. Thank you.
Thank you for those inspiring words, Mr. Arshad. Now, to address this special occasion, we have a leading figure in education and IT. He founded Esoft in 2000 and currently serves as the chairman and managing director of Esoft Group of Companies. In addition to his leadership role, he actively lectures in programs at undergraduate and postgraduate level. His educational journey began at Malayadeva College, Kurunagala, followed by an MBBS from the University of Colombo. However, his passion for IT and teaching started after he finished the BCS professional examinations, even before entering medical college. He also holds a postgraduate diploma in advanced software engineering from the University of Westminster, UK, an MBA from London Metropolitan University, and an honorary fellowship from Kingston University.
Currently, he is reading for his Doctor of Business Administration at the University of Colombo. He has received numerous other accolades, including the Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2021. Beyond Esoft, he has been the president of the Computer Society of Sri Lanka in 2015 and 2016, and during this time, he also served as the president of the Southeast Asia Regional Computer Confederation. He currently serves as president of the Sri Lanka Association of Non-State Higher Education Institutes and chairman at the Federation of Information Technology Industry, Sri Lanka. May I now invite Dr. Dan Rajapaksha, chairman and managing director of Esoft Group of Companies, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon. Mr. Arshad Amir, founder and CEO of Flash Health, our chief guest for this session. Mr. John Kerr, Chairman, UK Awards, the guest of honor for this session, Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Deans of the Faculties, CWO, Senior Management, Branch Managers, Academics, students, parents, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, it is a great honor for me to stand before you and speak a few words on this special day you are celebrating your success. So first of all, congratulations to all of you to be eligible to receive your Diploma Awards, which is going to start very soon. Well done. Because I believe this is a stepping stone for your life. Today we know IT and language skills are more or less like your numeracy, right? Everybody needs to have it, right? In the 21st century, we can't think of anybody who doesn't have proper communication skills and proper IT literacy to thrive in any work environment. It will not happen. So I do this quite often. For example, twice a year, we have award ceremonies. I think this is our 24th award ceremony. So at BMICH, quite often I go and deliver speeches. So sometimes I'm not having enough ideas to speak on because I don't want to keep on repeating the same stuff that I speak. And also we go regionally and do award ceremonies. In those also I have to give speeches. Let me share a story today, which is about this young lad in 1988. This chap was basically 16 years old and was waiting in a hall like this, not this hall actually, it was a committee room in the BMICH on the other side of it, which is a smaller hall, waiting to receive an international diploma in computer studies. We call it NCC, International Diploma in Computer Studies, awarded by a UK awarding body way back in 1980, I think 89, sorry, not 88, it's 89. So, this chap got that diploma, right? And this is a one-year diploma, right? Now your one is probably about 8 months. So this was a one-year diploma. And then he got that this thing, and he did this after O-levels. So in the 1980s, after O-levels, did this and went back to school, and school is outstation school, right? So this chap was actually not very, fluent in English, but maybe you could say a little studious, and went back to school, did biology and got selected to do medicine. But with all that exposure that he had with this diploma, he did a lot of things. His father was a doctor, and he built his first patient record-keeping system for his father with that diploma. Right? And the record-keeping system was probably the one and only record-keeping systems that was used by a doctor in the latter part of 1980s. No doctor, general practitioner uses record-keeping systems of patients. Then this fellow did also so many things. For example, ran a pharmacy, ran a motorbicycle shop while doing A-levels, and also cultivated peanuts in the backyard of the house for pocket money, and did A-levels and got selected to do medicine in University of Colombo from 1991 A-levels. So then this chap got selected to university, but unfortunately the universities were closed. Because 88, 89, maybe you asked from your parents, we had some troubles in the country, so universities had a backlog to clear. So this fellow had to wait for another 2 years. He knew that he is going to become a doctor, because having selected to medicine, not going to change. But however, that 2 years time period, he did not waste. Although he's going to become a doctor, he pursued his further studies in IT and finished BCS professional examination in 2 years. And that offered him an opportunity to work as a part-time lecturer in private universities while being a medical student. So medical student on weekdays, weekends, part-time lecturer in IT for 5 years, right? So pocket money, not only pocket money, this fellow bought a car while he was in the medical faculty. He's very popular in the medical faculty. If you ask, the only guy to have a car in the medical faculty. Now if you go to medical faculty, of course many people will have cars, but of course those are bought by their parents. This fellow's car was never bought by a parent. It was from the money that was earned by him, he bought. So very popular because everybody likes him because he has money. You can take him, you will be taken to Chinese restaurants for eating. If you want to have a ride, the car will be given, but you have to, of course, pump petrol. That's why he was popular. Right? Because when you are rich, you have friends. So especially in the universities, when you are having a little bit of money, more than the Mahapolan, little bit more money than what the parents give, you are obviously very popular. So that's how it happened. Then eventually, one day, after passing out from medicine while doing the internship, he got an invitation from a friend of his to start a training institute. And they wanted 1 million capital to start the training institute, and 5 of the people wanted to put the money. So he did not have 200,000 to put, because I bought cars and all that. So because of that, did not have. So borrowed the money from parents and started an institute. And that is the institute which is called Esoft. So I shared you my story, right? From O-levels, way up to becoming, not afterwards, after forming Esoft, then another 25 years have gone. But I told my story from my O-levels, 1988 O-levels, to passing out as a medical doctor from the University of Colombo and starting off Esoft. Thereafter, the journey, most of you can read. So what I want to highlight in this story is, now you all also have got a diploma, right? Now what are you going to do with this? That is what is important. Now people might get qualifications, people might get various certificates and so on. And you just, keep it and put it in a file and keep it. No point. Today, people, we respect, as Arshad correctly said, today ideas are of no value because everybody has ideas, right? But very few executors. Only people have ideas, very few executors. Even, for example, when you go to execute, today if you want answers, you have all answers to solve problems. If you ask ChatGPT, it will give you all answers. But only thing is, understanding what the real questions, real problems that you need to address are what is most important. Don't try to solve problems which are already solved. I sometimes find students coming up and trying to pitch business ideas. Those are not going to go a long way because they are already solved. So you have to think differently to see, sometimes it might look impossible, but impossible are the ones which are made possible someday. What was impossible, now did you ever think that a manless machine can go and, put bombs into another overseas destination? Right? Today, drones are doing it. Right? Did you ever imagine? Now, if I tell you now, you will have a kind of a moving device where when you get stuck in the traffic, you can take off and fly a little bit of distance. Some people are flying off on the road also. I also do it sometimes so often, but you can take it off and move forward a little distance and again land on the road where traffic is cleared and move forward. Even though you don't see them commercially available right now, probably it will be available. Only thing is the regulators have to approve it. Right? It is not impossible for you to have some moving device. Maybe not, I'm not talking about 10 people flying like that, but maybe one person, one rider who can go in that. We may be looking impossible now, it will be possible. So you'll have to think differently and see how you can use this knowledge. Now we know if you have a matchbox, you can just keep the matchbox, right? Without doing anything. It might get wet if you do not use anything. If you keep it for about 2 years, 3 years, the matchbox, you can't even light up a match from that matchbox. But if you use it now, you can light up a candle, right? And from that light up candle, you can get light, you can read from that light, right? You can do quite a lot of things. Or from the same matchbox, you can put fire on something and destroy it also. So it's the same thing. We come across with so many things, tools and accolades in our life, and it is up to you to decide how to use it. How to use it. For example, I got an MBBS degree from University of Colombo, right? Did I use it to practice medicine? No. I did not use it to practice medicine. I did. For 5 years I did. But now, what did I do with my MBBS degree? You think I completely wasted it? No. Right? I did learn medicine 5.5 years, but I did not use that to treat patients, but I used it to build my self-confidence, my personality, my network, and my acceptance. For example, this institute, when it was early, People join this institute not because it's Esoft Computer Studies Private Limited. It is an institute which was started by a medical doctor. And that's how it was when it is 2000. So the acceptance for my brand, I'm not saying that acceptance of this brand now is because of that. Now we have come a long way, right? But early days, when I started an institute, I was not just a person who started an institute, right? People accepted me, my this thing. So therefore, don't think that anything that you do will become a waste. Some people blame me, medicine kalla, medicine wali wadak ganna kiyala. I got a lot of benefits. Right? So my network, my personality, my public speaking skills, my confidence, all that build up, although I'm not using that. So therefore, today, don't think that the subject knowledge are going to help you. It is the transferable skills that you gather will help you until you die. So your communication skills, your team working skills, your creativity, your critical thinking, those are transferable skills. Whether you do this with this diploma or maybe you go and go to another university and do it, they will be important. So I have not wasted my time learning medicine 5.5 years because I have got a lot of those skills which I'm using even today, even though I'm not using subject knowledge. For you also will be the same. You ask from your parents whether if they are graduates from somewhere, ask them whether the subjects that they learn, whether they are using now. Very rarely people use those subject knowledge. Right? So that's all what I want to say. Right? So as Arshad also mentioned, so try to find questions, unanswered questions. And if you can be the one which can give answer to such unanswered questions, you're not going to be an ordinary person in the society. I will repeat now. Find unanswered questions. Solutions නැති ප්‍රශ්න ඕන තරම් සමාජයේ තියෙනවා. එහෙම problem එකකට ඔයාලා technology කරලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඔයාලා ඒව දැකලා තියෙනවා සමහරලාට ඒ problems. ඔයාලා experience කරලා තියෙන සමහර ඒ problems. Try to find a solution to those problems. Right? Those will take you a long way. Don't just be a person who go and, follow the same path like what other people follow. Try to be a problem solver. Even if you are working for a company, try to be a problem solver. I will guarantee you that you will grow fast. If you are a problem solver, you will grow fast, not the normal growth. Right? Not the normal growth. You will grow fast. So wish you all the very best for a great future ahead and have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dan Rajapaksa, for that encouraging and inspiring address. And now, to declare the awards ceremony open, I would like to invite Mr. Madhava Lokumarabage, Branch Manager, Esoft Metro Campus, Negombo.
I declare the award ceremony open.
Thank you very much. And we now move on to the conferring of awards. We begin with Level 3 Diploma in Applied Sciences, Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology, and Level 3 Diploma in Management. To do the honors, I would like to invite our presenters. I'd like to invite Professor Anoma Aberatne, Dean, Faculty of Business and Law, Esoft Uni, accompanied by Mr. Madhava Lokumarabage, Branch Manager, Esoft Metro Campus, Negombo, and Ms. Nadimi Veeraratne, Program Coordinator, Assistant Lecturer, IT, Negombo Branch. Let's welcome our presenters.
Diploma in Applied Sciences, Colombo Branch, AP Sayavin Movindo Damsara. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Sayavin. Salpadaru to Pahige Pamiro. Let's move on to Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology, Colombo branch. Muhammad Adil Hassan Muhammad. Fatima Hasna Ali. MSHF Aisha. Janushiga Birendra. L.A. Angsito Kavitma de Silva. H. Diniti Nihara Deepavarna. PG Dinit Avishka Deshapriya. Danushan Jnanapragasam. E.M. Hasal Damsit Ekanayaka. Muhammad Fahad Muhammad Fahid. Nahda Pfizer. MHS Fatima Hisna. Abdul Ghaffur Fatima Ilma. Romit Ranjita Gampalagi. Let's give it up for MHAF Hajara. Hetiara Chige Taroshi Dilmi. Aken Manita Hetiarachi. HT Didula Dakshina Tirasara. Muhammad Azmir Fatima Hilma. HM Deshanuwan Sandalanka. Muhammad Imran. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause coming in for our graduates. M.I. Amana. Abdul Khalid Ishmat. Tilakshana Jayasudan. Enoch Nathan John. Satyavel Kavipriya. Lohiswara Divyadarshan. Muhammad Mahir Rushda. Kavidas Medurshan. Shazina Fahim. Fatima Hadika Minnat Muhammad. Akmal Raizul Haq. Mohan Raj Varshan. Abdus Salam Ahmed Muaz. Amir Ali Fatima Musfira. Vihanga Shenaz Pereira. R. Hiroshi Vishmika Pereira. Biani Angel. Bhuvaneswaran Amrita Varshini. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause coming in for our achievers. Raghavarshi Jnanachandran. Ramendran Princia Mary. Stephanie Romesh Ashok Kumar. Sivaraja Ramya. Huda Sadat. Fatima Sahla Niroz.
Sivanathan Silent Kesh. A.R. Abdul Hamid. Let's keep the applause going. Abdul Wajid Sama. W.A.P. Sanoda Tumalkit Renuj. Saturtika Selvaraj. W.A.P. Senati Onaya. Rajaratnam Shalmia. Hamda Shamil. Karnanayaka Kemita Kausida Silva. Krishik Sivakumar. Magarsan Sivanation. Sugeshan Krishnamurthy. Sarat Babu Thabishana. Altaf Ahmad Unais. B. Shakti Vigneshwaran. We now move on to L3 Diploma in Management, also from the Colombo branch. Nihmat Nuha Ali. Mohammad Akil Rishan. Barinige Shiny Kavisha. Kader Mohideen Amra. S.H. Shehani De Silva. Mohammad Fatin Fazli. B.A. Uvinda Jadardeen Fernando. Sachinta Prabodhi. RMST Gunasekara. HMJD Herat. Fatima Zainab Hilmi. Jatursha Babu. JP Jessica Sharani. LAA Situmli Nimsadi. Balapuaduge Siobhan Harshana. Ahmed Hamdi. Mohammad Zuhair Mohammed. Munasinga Disanayaka. Jaisanya Nimalaraja. Karanarachige Enara Akithme. GD Sithija Arunoda Pereira. Amir Sadat Muhammad Uzman. S. Induvara Sandeepa. Muhammad Shafraz. Shadi Stefan Stanley. Tilini Pushparas. Thank you very much to our presenters for doing the honors. Thank you. Continuing with Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology to present, I would like to invite Dr. Dilina Herath, Pro Vice Chancellor, Esoft Uni Colombo, accompanied by Mr. Tashmika Pereira, Branch Manager, Nugoda Branch, and Ms. Samani Maheshika, Deputy Head of Academics, Lecturer IT, Nugoda Branch. Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology. We begin with the Negombo branch. Put your hands together for Dangalage Chamasha Chanendri. Apurva Ditya, 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 වෙදමුණි නිලමලාගේ ආකර්ෂා ඒකේ තෙනුකී තෙහන්සා මනාල් අලි
W. Shadika Priyaudan Alvis. A. Santosh Nipun Amarasingha. Amelan Ashwini. Tavachelvam Amrita. Muhammad Nurullah. N.A. Samadhi Hansika. Kadupiti Arachige Kavisha. HTD Netmi Hansika. Kotagi Dona Turya Lakshini. Jayakodi Arachilagi Don Dilsha. Fatima Azra Muhammad Saruk. B.A. Netmi Arosha. Alutara Chigi Tenulya. B.B. Shashika Darshani. Yonheva Vichakshana D. Silva. Netma Imasha D. Silva. M. Mayanta Yudhishan D. Silva. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause coming in. K. Tisari Rivinduni Dharmasena. Mallava Arachige Sudeshika. Munasingara Chige Nimesha. SMD Vishmi Manusha Divyanjali. The Sashini Ranisha. Shelumi Hirumadi Don Vijay Singha. E.M. Dureksha Sitmini Ratnayaka. Masevge Setumi Natasha. Varnakula Surya Tisuri Fernando. W.M. Reshan Irosh Fernando. Hettiya Kandige Shashini. W. Rasik Randika Pereira. W. Kanishka Kavindi Fernando. Kamalage Binok Nesandu. N.A. Varusha Keshan Fernando. P. Malisha Natali Fernando. Warnakula Surya Ryan Ashin Fernando. B.D. Shashini Jamima Kavindi Fernando. Kurkula Surya Eshani Nihara Fernando. Dinati Aksha Fernando. S.S. Praniti Amodya Fernando. Anuttari Fernando. M. Sanketi Metusala Fernando. K. A. Shemil Apollinaris Fernando. S. Oshini Dinetma Fernando. Andi Buduge Oshada Anuhas Fernando. H. Nadisha Hansamali Fernando. Dehivatage Nikesh Earl Russen Fernando. W. Imesha Shashikala Fernando. K. Rishmira Lesangi Dulara Fernando. Warnakula Surya Inuri Omaya.
Kurkula Surya Pramod Tikshana Fernando. W.H.G. Nethani Shehansa Fernando. W.V. Joel Geser Fernando. H. Nikesha Sankalpani Fernando. Banasinghage Induvara Fernando. Lianage Ronald Remika Fernando. M. Moksha Divyanjali Fernando. Badnakula Surya Ashel Milanjana Fernando. Kurukula Surya Sonali Hansana Fernando. Lianage Dihansa Thinari Fernando. Joy Matthew Fernando. Haley Sarah Fernando. Barnakula Surya Rumani Mirali Lasuni Fernando. Bomige Lashini Dinetra Fernando. Hirusha Seumini Bhagya Fernando Pulle. P. Malmi Upahara Fernando. Fonseca rather. M. Daham Nimsara Fonseca. Galgamge Shamil Randil Senadira. W.G. Oshan Kavindu Gamage. Gamhevage Isuri Sandamini. Praveen Tarushka Cleviston Gomez. G.A.M. Deshini Arosha. W.A. Kavisha Hirosh Gunasekara. A.P. Yasita Kasuni Gunatilaka. Yapa Madyansalage Nimsara Senal Gunatilaka. Alhakonge Don Lorero Roshin Alhakon. G. Sajida Hassan. R.H.M. Ramindu Katishka Herat. Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. HHK Devduni Herat. Nelly Dimania Hetiarachi. HAHK Tisarilakshan Hetiarachi. Shalom Rashinta Hetiarachi. Senut Nehan Hevagama. Hilmi Hafsha. Ramanathan Harshini Himasha. Ambanvela Hityavata Amanda Edrivira. A. Vihanga Indusara. Muhammad Irfan Muhammad Insaf. P. Sanka Prabhat Isranka. Janwar Muhammad Jahran. JASG Marian Jakuri. Sherini Satya Jayasiri Gunasekara. K. Mahima Manaranjana Kalwarachi. George John Lage Dulashi Kanishka. ADK Sankalpani. K. Nitmi Prabodha. K. M. Mandira Ahas Agrasara. ගීගන වදනගේ උතේජ ප්‍රවීන් ලක්ෂාන් Kurukula Surya Rashmil Esailima
Fatima Najma Mabo Pitiyage Dehara Tatsarani Mabo Pitiya Mabulage Don Shamoshi Navodika M. Senuri Amaya Maduravela Magesan Kavekshna M.H. Gitma Gagani Satsarani M. Timesha Rashmika Silva Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Mahesan Vibish. Asanka Darshana Marantotage Janice Lisa Miral M. Mahimi Hiroshima Mudunkotua M. Sanduni Randi Mihirangika Mutugalage Angelo Omit Deudita P. Nisali Nimna P. D. Asindu Nimet Selmina P. Sandali Dhananjana Patiraja Mihindu Kulasurya Enoch Stefan Peris Thank you so much, dignitaries, for joining the presentation. Now, for conferring of awards, Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology and Level 3 Diploma in Management, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Dulen Rajapaksa, Director, Head of Digital Innovation and Distance Learning, accompanied by Ms. Utpala Dhananjani, Program Coordinator, Assistant Lecturer, IT, Trincomalee Branch. Also, I would like to welcome Ms. Luxana Wasantakumar, Program Coordinator, Assistant Lecturer, IT, Trincomalee Branch, to join the presentation. Continuing from Nigamba Branch, M.A. Senuri Nishara Pereira. Dehivalage Metupa Yonel Pereira. Handala Lianage Nadija Udara Pereira. Melava Tantrige Joanna Dinuki Pereira. A Sydney Chamatka Pereira. The Russian Hirosha Pereira. Ke Sanduni Vihanga Pereira. M. Yonali Malinsha Pereira. D.H.A. Jevindu Teshan Pereira. S.A. Desnit Akash Pereira. N.W.P. Kavinda Sudesh Pereira. N.A.D. Chamodika Jayani Pereira. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause coming in for our wonderful achievers. W. Dilum Rasanjana Pereira. H.A. Inali Yeshika Pereira. K.A.Y.O. Metushala Prematilaka. P.A.D. Shanila Satmini. W. Sadika Ranimeshi Quaker. W. Rashmi Nimsara Quaker. A.J. Harish Raj. Rajabdeen Fatima Zainab. Raneshi Sitanya Kenani Rajaratnam. Vitanage Amasha Selmini Ranasingha. Koruvage Senuda Hivin Ranasoma. Koruvage Ritara Nolandi Ranasoma. R. Pidumvatage Amashi Delmi Randeni. Jayamanna Mohottige Don Anton Ranit. Muhammad Rashlin Wazif. R. M. Janiti Upeksha Ratnaika. R. M. Sahan Denuwan Ratnaika. Muhammad Irfan Muhammad Rislan. Varnakula Surya Andrea Nisansala Rodrigo.
S.S. Melanie Kavesha Rodrigo. T.A. Jinara Sadevni. Fatima Sharfa Saifur Rahman. Let's keep the applause going for all the achievers. Mohammed Salman Hana. SB Samani Satsara Samarakon. SAD Charjana Samaratunga. H. Umesha Samindani. T.A. Ahasna Sandamini. Karawgodage Don Senisha Sanjali. D.T.A. Priscilla Senaviratna. Muhammad Shia Fatima Shamla. J.A. Shanova Sandumini. Mahinda Arachige Devon Metushail Shannon. Mohammed Shiham Mohammed Said. S.M.H. Sairangani Uvindya Silva. P.H. Christina Niruni Silva. Waigi Hara Nabodi Silva. U.H. Netra Satsarani Silva. Nilenti Davishika Varshini Silva. MLN Metusala Silva. W. Maheshika Chaturangi Silva. Varnakula Surya Hirusha Situmina Fernando. Matthew Shavin Sosa. S. Pujani Umeshika. Velagedra Apge Terina Hasindi. K. Imash Tasmita Jinadasa. T. G. Samadhi Satsarani Pereira. Badanamudyanzlage Ayan Sathenuli. Barnakula Surya Shinal Mihiranga Tisera. Bulat Singhalage Akshan Rasiro Deanga. Tambavilla Lekamlage Sachinu Deshika. Ulevitagamage Rashini Hansa Dikaryavasan. Mario Dinushi Pereira Oswalter. K. Rashini Vimasha. Brahmanage Shalana Virakudi. Hiruna Akash Viraratna. W.D. Tavidi Sachintani Virasiri. Vikramasingharachige Shivan Induvara. A. Trivon Elroy Bilat Gamua. K.P. Yeshurun Sharon Induvara Karnanayaka. We now move on to Level 3 Diploma in Management, also from the Nigambo branch. Adirian Mestrilage Imesha Ushani. SNBM Isakya Induni Bandara. Mark Roshan-Das. KB Ishan Dinith Fernando. M. Tanaki Nisalya Fernando. Sasindi Metusila. H. Nishma Naomi Fernando.
M. Alina Gifney Fernando. Ganeshan Pramod. W. Acula Ruchika Emmanuel Lanza. HLAE Del Sara Lianage. Muhammad Rimzan Abdullah. Rishan Marika. Mastiyage Don Induvara Dinet. Megahage Don Ruth Princess. Patiranage and Ravina Dulakshi. A.L. Randika Nishadini Paris. M. Devmi Tarusha Ranatunga. Madana Singhage Don Mian Ranjit Singh. R. Easter Manase. Stephen Rebecca Yoshi. Tirumaran Krishandani. W.P. Brittany Pereira. Roshita Viravansa. Thank you, dignitaries, for joining the presentation and doing the honors. You may take your seat. Now, for conferring of awards, Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology, I may cordially invite Mr. John Andrews Sinclair, Co-Chairman of UK Awards, accompanied by Mr. Dimanta Vikramatilaka, Program Coordinator, Assistant Lecturer, IT, Colombo Branch, and Ms. Sachintana Disanayaka, Program Coordinator, Lecturer, English, Colombo Branch. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology Nugoda branch. Ashin Abhinayaka. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause. Loku Liyanage Ramesh Lakshita Viduranga Alvis. Let's keep the applause coming in for our achievers. Polvatta Gallage Tania Kavindi Amaravancha. B. Anuttara Shamil. A.M. Oshadi Kaushalya. Lasit Imalka Bandara. D.M. Nisuli Yuhansa Sensandi Bandara. M.M. Shahila Banu. Bogoda Mudalige Pinidi Anujana. U.I.D. Silva. D.A. Lihini Hansika. K.A.C. Devmini. Hanvelage Samadhi Dilanka. K.K. Dinushi Dilshara. K.A.D. Tarishika Dulsarani. Ushini Keshia Edisoria. Metma Deumini Edrivira. Fatima Shaila Fahir. R. Pinidi Inupama Fernando. Let's give it up for Varsha Hanadige Senuri Ravisha Fernando. Dulansa Nevini Gamage. GM Himanga Tamadi. Havpe Gamage Netmi Hansika Sevandi. Mudumpitagi Nuvanshi Maduka Hemachandra. H.M. Sadisha Prabhani. Heva Nambikandage Ruvandi Lakshika. Ganehi Arachilage Malsha Himahansi. H.M. Minuri Sevindi Jayalat. Nimasha Kitmini Jayalat. Himande Nevatma Jayaratna.
MW Randi Panchali Satsarani. Situmini Navodaya Satsarani Jayasingha. Let's keep the applause going. Vinodya Madhushani Jayasurya. Sanujadi Moshe Kahandavila Arachi. Pabasi Medini Kambrugamua. Sasandu Karna Naika. Katukambalage Dona Laktima Minsadi. G. Chamidu Kavindya. Dahami Prarthana Kutalavala. K.W. Sanitu Hasmal Kudeliana. H. Teshani Kavya Kularatna. K.G. Manisha Oshadi. W.K.B. Hilary Harindra Kurukula Surya. Kavidi Netmika Kurupuarachi. U. Pamoda Laksarani. LGM Shamika. Lianara Chige Shanika Sewandi. Let's keep the applause going for Mihara Minsadi Lianage. L.M. Dasun Vindana Pereira. L.M. Dasun Vindana Pereira. T.N. Muru Madhubashita. Rane Purahevage Rikasha Madhumali. Mahapatiranage Ranit Dilmet. H.T. Mahisha Gimhani. H.M.A. Nitmi Prabhadinma Malavarachi. D. Sitara Tatsarani Malavige. Vihara Netmini. M.A. Sayami Tatsari. Munasingharachi Lekamlage Tarushi Timasha. Banu Akash Mutu Mudali. HLAD Layangi Naditya. Oshadi Viranja Nauranage. Gudakanda Kankanamge Ushani Netmini. Kandage Don Senuri Madara Netsarani. නික්ලේශා මේදවී දීශන නිතුරු ගහමොඩන යුමන්දි කාව්‍යා යොමාලී රණවක ඕ තර්ෂි සෙව්මනි පාලියගේ කෙෂාන් සේමින පෙරේරා එච් සනුක පමාල්ජිත් මිලානි දිල්ෂරා පාතිරගේ හෙටියාරාච්චිගේ කේශරි පෙරේරා ಬೆತ್ಮೆಗೆ ನಾಬೋದ್ಯ ಸಂದೀಪನಿ ಪೆರೇರಾ BCKDR ಪೆರೇರಾ ಮಯಾಶಿ ಖಿತ್ಮಿನಿ ಲಿಯನಗೆ ಇಶಾನ್ ಅನುಷ್ಕ ಪೆರೇರಾ ಕೊಡಿಕಾರಗೆ ಛಮ್ಮೋದ್ಯ ನೆತ್ಮಿ ಪೆರೇರಾ ಕಲುವಾರಿಚಿಗೆ ಮಾಲ್ಶಾ ಸಚಿನಿ ಪೆರೇರಾ ಮಾಪತುನಗೆ ತಾಕ್ಷಿಲಾ ನೆತ್ಮಿನಿ ಪೆರೇರಾ ಎಲ್ ವಿಜಿನಿಯಾವಂತಿ ಪೆರೇರಾ ಕೆ ಛಮ್ಮೋದ್ಯ ಕಾವಿಂದ್ಯ ಪೆರೇರಾ
Mimanage Netkini Dasitma Pereira. Murutevate Gedara Dilini Prasangi. Patiranamodian Salage Kalani Punsara. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause coming in. R.K. Praveena Gangadhari. Minuti Seara Rajapaksha. Nugoda Arachilage Paramihansamali. Garumini Don Yumin Nemita Rajaratna. S.G. Mewansa Lakwindi Rajasingha. A.D.K. Ramindu. Muhammad Ramzi Fatima Sheikha. Kenuli Tenuja Ranasingha. Ranasingha Arachige Subat Setmin. R.A. Tarushi Nisansala Premalal. R.M. Vindya Harshani Ratnayaka. R.M. Manisha Netmini Ratnayaka. K.G. Bimset Resando. Suwan Charles Ryan Rodrigo. Tantrigi Yasit Aroshana. Muhammad Irshad Fatima Sajida. S.L. Situmi Vimansha. H.D. Jimahan Sandaruwan. S.D. Delmi Prabhasha Tatsarani. S.A.P. Satsarani. T.G.W. Senanayaka. Robolge Senuri Rashmi Lenora. Kandanagi Don Sanjula Selmini. H.K. Dahamsi Sihasna. Sri Singha Kodalagi Lanka. Minuti Stainwall. Sanari Sugatadasa. Tabavita Madhumage Vindhya Rashmi. J.H.M. Sucheta Tamashi. Dimit Banuja Tiranagama. K. Kavishka Savindi Tisera. Udagamade Gedere Bodhimi Tatsarani. Udage Kankanamke Vonara Piumni. D.A. Van Buren. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for W. Ravindo Viboda Fernando. R. A. Yenuli Vihansa. A.A.S. Vimarshana. Denuwan Dason Priya Vitana. W.G. Kaushalya Satsarani Jayasingha. W. Biniti Nilakna Virakodi. Anagipura Lakshika Danushki Virasekara. W.M. Esandi Sitarini Velagedere. W.H. Setnu Vinodi Vevalvala. WGVT Madhushan Vikramasinghe. W.A. Linali Semali Vikramasinghe. W.P.T. Devindi Virasinghe.
W.M. Genura Nethmira Vijay Singha. M.D. Anupa Indivara. Vitanage Bimalkadulshan. Thank you very much to our presentation party for doing the honors. Thank you. And we now move on to conferring of Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology. We continue with it. And to do the honors, I would like to invite our dignitaries to the front. Professor Viranja Karnaratne, Vice Chancellor, Esoft Uni, accompanied by Mr. Sachinta Ashika, Lecturer, IT, Nugoda Branch, and Mr. Pasan Vitanage, Assistant Lecturer, Colombo Branch. Put your hands together for Aramudan Sukumaran. We have moved on to the Trincomalee branch. Put your hands together for all of them, ladies and gentlemen. Amin Abdul Rahman. M.M. Subodhi Anuttarabe Ratna. Abhinaja Vijay Kumar. Muhammad Najat Muhammad Ahnaf. Amiruddin Al-Aman. Muhammad Arshad Muhammad Amhar. Arani Anpalagan. Muhammad Tawfiq Muhammad Aruz. Mansur Askat. Muhammad Jawahir Muhammad Azhar. Yogalingam Danujan. Sagina David. Deepika Tasanthan. J.K. Shashini Imesha Devmi. Ishalini Nidarshan. A.G. Asher Mark Gunatilaka. Hamshani Charles. Muhammad Rameez Muhammad Ilahi. Muhammad Jalfar Ilham. Ashriya Uzanik Intikab. Yogan Inusia. Jemima Idya Chandran. Jahiman Fas. Jayakumar Jayapriyan. Kugan Mikhail John. Kataluwa Veligamage Jatya Thenula Hansidu. Lenin Kenningston. Sivakrishnan Kisant. Anthony Jones Collins. Ragulan Kaushitan. H.A.S. Nirmana Kularatna. Koneswaran Litishan. Mahendiran Mathulojan. Nityasilan Manoj. Michelle Thanaraja. Nawaz Mohammed Sajid. M.S. Mohammed Amuti. Mohammed Irshad Abdullah Mohammed Kaif. Paul Anthony Xavier Jennifer. Nitishni Nimsarani Pereira. Sridharan Praneesan. Razakeen Mohammed Rasan. Mohammed Riaz Mohammed Rashad. Jagarasan Desalini.
Sandhya Kumar Rogishan. Safna Safir. Yasodaran Sasidaran. Let's put your hands together for Satya Pravan Satustika. K.A.R. Saubhagya. Kalaidin Sauri Ahmadu. Shalini Sasindra Kumar. Dhanadyaksha Shanmugadas. Shanuka Pradeepan. Mujib Rahman Shihad. Muhammad Kaiser Simrat Hana. Kiritika Sivanation. Nikshan Sivapriya. Surya Kumar Danisha. Sophia John Christie. Sandhikumara Shrutika. Gauri Ruben Taran. Ignatius Taranya. Tashayini Jayakantan. Tisvida Neminathan. Kanaka Hevake Adeshika Umeshadi. Vijayarasa Varshini. Sumendra Venuja. Vimalarasa Venushika. Vishvalini Navanithan. Diana Welt. And from Negombo branch we have Kurkulasuriya Timna Ishani Fernando.
Thank you very much to all our dignitaries for doing the honors. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, without a further ado, let's hear from another special individual, who is the former CEO of the Edexcel Foundation, now Pearson Education, the UK's largest awarding body. He is a chair of UK Awards, which is a UK awarding body which he founded. He specializes in providing educational consultancy across a wide range of higher education, technical training, and school. He trained as a lawyer and has held legal position with London Stock Exchange and Financial Services Authority.
At the Financial Services Authority, he co-founded the City Disputes Panel, a body set up to assist in resolving financial services disputes. He was a director of the Edge Foundation and commissioned 3 city academies and the Edge Hotel School. He is currently a strategy consultant in education theory and practice for a number of government and private education education bodies, both within the UK and internationally, and holds a number of directorships in private education companies specializing in utilizing technology in education. I would now like to invite Mr. John Andrew Sinclair Kerr, Chairman of UK Awards, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed colleagues. It is an honor and a great pleasure for me to address this graduation ceremony today and to allow to share your day of success. So this is an important day in your lives and in the lives of your proud parents. But this is just the beginning of your journey. There is so much more to do. But to get to this point, this has been an important achievement in itself, to which I commend you. So those personal competencies that have got you here, your passion, your commitment, your tenacity, open mind, all these competencies will be very important throughout your life. Please nurture them. So I believe that qualifications offer opportunity, and internationally recognized qualifications offer a tremendous opportunity to access both here in Sri Lanka and internationally, whether that be in further education or a new career. Your UK award qualifications and diplomas are designed and tested with major global companies to ensure that these companies can have confidence in the quality of the recruits that have achieved this level of qualification. Now, these companies are looking for employees that have both the underpinning knowledge and the skills to apply that knowledge. Just having the book knowledge is no longer enough. It's very much having the skills to apply that knowledge that is so important. But industry can have confidence in the awards you've achieved today. So through this year of school, you've made new friends, you've developed new skills, and discovered new things about yourself. It's a day to celebrate all the hard work that you put into your studies and all the work your teachers have put into your education. I'm very proud of all of you. But let's have a think about last year's studies and ask yourself a question. If you had $1 million rupees to invest in one student, which one would you invest in? Which student would I wish to invest my money to gain, say, 5% of their lifelong earnings? Because clearly there are many successful people here today who will go on to do great things and become very successful. If I make the right investment decision today, it would make me very rich. So it's an interesting question. And if you've given it some thought, I'm sure there are one or two people that will spring to mind that fit that bill. So what qualities do these students possess? Warren Buffett, who's a very rich American investor, invented this challenge. And he noted a few things which he thought were very important to look for. The first thing would be good communication skills. Ideas do not create impact until they're communicated and communicated effectively. You can have the best idea in the world, but if you can't communicate it carefully and clearly, no one will take it seriously. So which of your fellow students has this gift to clearly elucidate their ideas and vision? The second thing you would look for would be the person with high integrity. So how is that demonstrated? I believe it's a student who is generous, honest, and trustworthy. Someone who's willing to do more than their own share. Someone who's not egotistical or selfish. So the best investment isn't necessarily the person with the highest IQ or the best score. It's the person with the best character. And the third thing you would look for in a person is the people you would call the best self-improver. Who is it that's constantly seeking new ways, new ideas, curious to find out about the world? And that's what other speakers have been talking about today. Follow your passion, ask the questions, open the doors, move things forward. So to sum up in there, communication, integrity, and self-improvement. Are these the traits of the person or persons that you were thinking that you would invest in? I suspect so. Maybe you chose yourself. Is that you? Good communication, integrity, and a hunger for self-improvement? These winning traits can be cultivated by any student. We're not born with these traits, we learn them. And if you write these qualities down and you make them a habit, you'll be the one that you want to invest in. You should be the person that you want to invest in. Focus on developing those character traits that you admire in others. So very much you've graduated now at a critical time. As we've talked about from earlier speakers, the pace of change in the world is astonishing. Sri Lanka itself has gone through many changes in the last few years, and you graduate at a very opportune moment. We're moving very, very far away from the old system of a job for life towards a much more challenging and demanding entrepreneurial society. So that means really people, whatever you're doing, you'll have to act, whether you work in the public sector, the government sector, or the private sector. You're going to have to act in an entrepreneurial spirit. Take things forward on your own. There are really many opportunities. And AI is promising to give you those opportunities. And it's promising to make many changes, some good, some bad. But whatever happens is definitely coming. But AI is not going to take your job or anyone's job. But someone who understands and is trained in AI is certainly going to take the jobs. We can't think of a sector, a job, or a skill that AI can't support and transform. But it's not going to do any jobs by itself. It will need that human ingenuity, that human spirit, some of the capacity for self-learning that I hope that you've learned in your year-long diploma program. So this is your opportunity to learn these skills and apply them. So don't let this be the end of your journey on lifelong learning. I do try and learn new things every day. I'm lucky enough to visit colleges and universities all over the world, from China to Nepal, the Middle East to Poland. And I'm constantly learning from young people what is new and what is important. This education is our most powerful weapon, which we can use to change the world. It's now up to you to use that weapon with wisdom and compassion. Please use the knowledge that you have to uplift others, break down barriers, and create a more just and equitable society. Let your achievements inspire others to dream big and to pursue their own goals with determination. The one very odd thing about education and knowledge is that once you have it, it can never be taken away. It's perhaps, and in fact I'm sure it is, our most important possession. Nothing else really matters or lasts. You will find that you'll always lose things in life. Lose friends, you might perhaps lose health, you might lose all your wealth and possessions, but you can never lose that knowledge that you have put into your mind. But I believe there's no question that you have a role to play. You've inherited a world that is very proven, that astonishing progress is possible. A world that's rebuilt after crisis and conquered many aspects, fed a growing population and enabled more than 1 billion people to climb out of poverty. So that progress hasn't happened by accident or fate. It was a result of people just like you who made a commitment to education and learning. That whatever else they did with their life and careers, they would contribute to this shared mission of propelling us all forward. So I want to end up by summarizing to think about 4 things that it takes to be really successful in life. Well, the first one is talent. And clearly you all have that already. You've demonstrated that today. Hard work. You've demonstrated that again today, that you've got hard work. But there's still a lot more hard work to go forward. If you want to be really successful, you're going to have to work really hard. The third one is focus. Find the thing that you're good at and zone in on that. And that will create your success. And the fourth thing, the final thing, it's unfortunately is luck. You can do everything right, work hard, focus, have all the talent, but still it might not work out as well for you as you expected. And you need to understand that now. But failing itself does not make you a failure. Do not judge yourself. See failure as a way to learn and a failure as a way to improve. So I do believe that there's a brighter future is waiting for all to discover it. Please be brave, be bold, embrace it, and conquer it. This is very much your moment to use your skills, your knowledge, and passion to shape the new world. Please follow your dreams. I believe the world is yours now, and I can't wait to see what you make of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. John Andrew Sinclair Kerr, Chairman of UK Awards. And now we'll be moving on to conferring of special awards, top performer of the program, branch-wise, for Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology and Level 3 Diploma in Management. To do the honors, I would like to invite our chief guest, Mr. Arshad Amir, founder and CEO of Flash Health, Dr. Dan Rajpaksha, Chairman, Group Managing Director, Esoft Group of Companies. I'd like to invite Mr. John Andrew Sinclair Kerr, Chairman, UK Awards, and Mr. Dulain Rajpaksha, Director, Head of Digital Innovation and Distance Learning. We now move on to the top performer of the program, branch-wise.
Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology. So we have the top performer from Negombo branch, Kurukula Surya Rashmil Esayo Lima.
Congratulations to you on becoming the top performer of the program from the Negombo branch. Also from the Negombo branch, the top performer of the program, Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology, goes to Jayamana Mohottige Don Anton Ranith.
Top performer from Nugoda branch goes to T.N. Miru Madhubashita. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Miru.
Congratulations to you. Top performer of the program, branch-wise, for Level 3 Diploma in Information Technology from the Trincomalee branch, Tanatiyaksa Shanmugadas.
Top performer of the program, branch-wise, Level 3 Diploma in Management. From Negombo branch, we have M. Deomi Tarosha Ranatunga. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Tarosha.
Congratulations to all the top performers. Thank you very much to our dignitaries for doing the honors. Thank you. Can we give a big round of applause for all the achievers? Lovely. And now I would like to invite Jayamana Mohottige Don Anton Ranith from the Negombo branch to share some words of gratitude.
Good afternoon, Chief Guest, distinguished invitees, respected lecturers, staff members, parents, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Today, it's an honor for me to stand here before you on this momentous occasion. I'm Ranith Jayamana. My journey to this stage began at Marsala College, Negombo. After completing my O-levels, I knew I wanted to get a head start on my future. That's why I decided to enroll here at Esoft. I enrolled at Esoft to study information technology. Today, as I balance this achievement alongside my A-level studies in the math stream, I can look back and see how much this decision has shaped my path. When I first started my IT journey at Esoft, I was stepping into a world full of logic and innovation. It wasn't easy balancing everything, the rigorous demands of school as well as the technical side of IT. Our lecturers helped me through it. They weren't just teachers. They were mentors who pushed us and shaped our path. Also, the staff at Esoft, we always had the support from them that we needed to succeed. Beyond the technical skills, my time here at Esoft has been a period of immense growth. Studying IT while managing my A-levels taught me the true value of time. Esoft has just not given me a qualification, it has given me the technical foundation that I needed in life to manage everything. It has helped me to pursue my future goals in the world full of technology with a clear vision. Beyond the technical skills, it has helped me to build my capacity. To my fellow graduates, today is a testament to your perseverance. We are entering a digital era filled with technology. Esoft has proved that we are capable of keeping at pace. Don't be afraid of the complex problems that life throws at you. Instead, debug them, iterate, and improve. Take every problem as an opportunity. How the grit that brought you to this stage fix your problems. Before I conclude, I want to say thank you to our parents. Thank you to your endless sacrifices. And for believing in us as we navigated both school and this professional achievement. To our lecturers and the academic staff at Esoft, thank you for your patience and sharing your wisdom. And to my friends and peers, thank you for the shared notes and the motivation. Congratulations once again. Let us go out and make an impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ranit. And now we would also like to thank our chief guest for your presence. We'd like to present a token of appreciation. To do the honors, I'd like to invite Dr. Dayan Rajapaksha, Chairman and Managing Director, Esoft Group of Companies, and Mr. Thulen Rajapaksha, Director, Head of Digital Innovation and Distance Learning. We would like to present a token of appreciation for our chief guest, Mr. Arshad Amir, Founder and CEO, Flash Health. Thank you very much for gracing the occasion. Thank you very much once again to our dignitaries, and thank you very much to our chief guest. And with that, I would now like to invite Branch Manager, Esoft Metro Campus, Nigambo, Mr. Madhava Lokumarabage, to declare the awards ceremony closed.
I declare the award ceremony closed.
Thank you very much. May I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Upper Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata. Sundara Sri Parini, Surandi Ati Sogamana Lanka. Danya Danya Nikamal Palakuru Piri Jaya Bhumi Ranya.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to request everyone to please remain until the academic procession leaves the hall. Asking for something. We didn't miss anything. No, that's fine. We didn't miss anything. And dear students, before you leave, we have a few announcements to be made. If you're dreaming of studying overseas after your UK Level 3 diploma, whether you plan to go immediately after the diploma or after completing your HND for a top-up degree, Esoft International